On May 30th, 2026, I found 2 Spicebush Swallowtail eggs on my newly planted Spicebush bushes. They hatched out on June the 4th. This is June 4th, and my Spicebush caterpillar just hatched out and is eating his egg. That's one, and then this is the other one. Huh, they both just hatched out, and they're eating the eggshells. Wow, they're definitely different looking than the monarchs. Oh, very cool. The first instar caterpillars are small and brownish, greenish, bronze-like in color, and they typically rest on the centermost vein of a leaf. Their camouflage resembles bird droppings to avoid predators like birds and spiders. These early instars snip the edge of a host leaf using silk to fold it over and create a protective daytime shelter. These white patches on their backs help them look like bird droppings. Okay, this is June 5th, 2026. I found another Spicebush caterpillar in my spice bush. Where that leaf is turned over, he's underneath there. So John's gonna open up the leaf and show what he looks like. There he is. Yeah. There he is. The second instar caterpillars start to show other markings and coloration, including the fake eye spots. The third instar looks pretty much the same as the second, but bigger. The fake eye spots are more visible, though. The color and physical appearance of the caterpillar changes with each molt. The young caterpillar is brown and glossy. This caterpillar has cut the leaf, and now he is laying down a layer of silk, which, when it dries, it will fold the leaf over to cover him. This Spicebush Swallowtail caterpillar, he's putting down a layer of silk on the surface of the leaf, and then as the silk dries, it pulls the leaf over its body like a sleeping bag, and he will stay in this little sleeping bag tent thing to hide from birds and parasitic wasps and stuff, and then come out at night to feed. But they stay in this little tent during the day. So he's putting down silk. Here he is inside. He's rolling his little tent over himself. Okay, now he's got the leaf pretty much all wrapped up. He's in there somewhere. inside, only it doesn't video very well, but he's in there. He's in his little tent. He's still kind of working on the silk. He's still putting some in there. He's all wrapped up in his little tent. Amazing. Okay, this is the Spicebush Swallowtail caterpillar in his little tent that we opened up. He's not happy about it, but so interesting looking caterpillar. It's got those 2 eye spots.
He's not happy.
If threatened in any stage, the caterpillar can push out a fleshy, forked, bright orange organ from behind its head called the osmeterium. This organ emits a foul-smelling odor and resembles a snake's tongue. I personally did not think that it had a foul-smelling odor. To me, it was more like Tutti Frutti on steroids. They didn't all put out their osmeterium, though. I guess it just depended on the caterpillar and how threatened it felt. In the 4th instar, the caterpillar lightens to a bright lime green or yellow green with a pale yellow line running down the side. It develops 2 massive, cartoonish, false eye spots on its thorax, which is the segment behind its head. These black spots mimic a green snake's eyes. It is also marked with rows of small blue dots ringed in black.
Let's see if you'll... Will you stick your little thing out? So high.
Okay. Looks like a toy.
I know.
Is he actually a toy, or is he actually real?
No, he's real. See? No, he's not sticking his... Oh, there! You see that thing that just stuck out?
Yeah.
That's supposed to be like his Oh, there. You see that? That orange thing? And supposedly it has a terrible odor to it. Ooh. And it looks like a forked tongue. Oh, there it is. Did you see that? Do it again, do it again.
Do it again.
One more time and I'm going to leave him alone, okay? See, it looks like a tongue. Like the tongue of the snake. Wow.
It's so funny.
Okay.
The 5th instar also have secondary fake eye spots that are yellow. Their bottom half is pinkish. When viewed from a certain angle, they resemble a snake to ward off predators, and some believe that it might also be mimicking tree frogs.
Interesting. Well, take a video of him anyway. He looks funny there. Oh, we're not gonna do it, huh? You don't mind me messing with you? What if I try to pull you off? Huh.
Maybe he's eating.
Hmm?
Maybe he's eating.
He was. Okay, you can turn it on.
Just before shedding its skin to form a chrysalis, the caterpillar stops feeding, empties its gut, and turns a brilliant solid orange or yellow. It will then leave its host plant and start roaming to find a suitable location to make its chrysalis to pupate. I put sticks in the cages to mimic the outdoors. Some of the caterpillars used the sticks, but others made their chrysalis actually on the cage. After finding a suitable location, the caterpillar began making its silk pad with which to anchor its rear end. This caterpillar had a difficult time locating its silk pad. It had to reverse itself 4 times to either relocate the pad or add more silk, I'm not sure which, before it finally was able to secure its rear end to the pad. Swallowtail caterpillars, like monarchs, develop a cremaster to help them firmly anchor their rear end to the silk pad. It was finally able to find the silk pad and anchor its rear end to it with its cremaster. After locking in its rear end into the silk pad, it then began to spin a sturdy middle girdle of silk to hold itself upright before shedding its skin to become a chrysalis. Unlike monarchs, which emerge from their chrysalis upside down, the swallowtail butterfly emerges from its chrysalis right side up. This silken girdle, which is strong but also stretchy, holds the chrysalis at an angle off the branch so that the butterfly can just crawl right out of the chrysalis. This process takes about 10 minutes, but I've sped up the video to shorten the time. When the caterpillar is finished, he twists his body and then bends his head back through the loop and then rests against the girdle, leaning back on it. Amazingly, all 5 of my caterpillars started this process between 5 and 6 o'clock in the evening, and then made their chrysalises about 36 hours later. About an hour before shedding its skin for the final time to make its chrysalis, the caterpillar began swaying gently back and forth, ever so slightly. The caterpillar then began to change its appearance, looking more shrunken and dried out as time went on. And then it looked like this right before it started shedding its skin. Its skin never did totally fall off. It just dried and stayed stuck to the branch. As the chrysalis hardened, it looked like this. I was able to catch the majority of another one making its chrysalis. Though swallowtail chrysalises are supposed to be green in the summer and brown in the fall, I had some of each. Some were brown and some were green. The night before eclosion, the chrysalis got very dark and you could just barely see the butterfly through the chrysalis. This butterfly eclosed about 7:45 in the morning. Unfortunately, I missed seeing it actually coming out of the chrysalis by about 5 to 10 minutes. But I was amazed at how beautiful it was in that it had come out of that little tiny chrysalis. This is a male Spicebush Swallowtail because the iridescent patches on its hind wings are greenish, whereas a female's iridescent patches would be more blue. I misidentified it in my release video. I called it a female, but this is a male. The butterfly pushes up the top end of the chrysalis to split it open and then crawls out. The silk girdle is very strong and stretchy. I had to pull very hard to get it off the stick. This is what one of the green chrysalises looked like before and after the butterfly eclosed. Again, I missed this butterfly eclosing by about 45 minutes. She came out about 10:45 in the morning. This was a female because she had blue markings on her wings instead of the pale green of the male.
Okay.
Okay, this is July 1st, 2026. This is my first Spicebush Swallowtail butterfly. She's a female, and this is my little experiment, and this is my first one. So, but she's flying like crazy, and I don't know how to get her. I don't want to hurt her. She's not like the monarchs at all. So I'm going to just open the cage and hope she flies out. She's really, really pretty. She's really, really pretty. Ready? Get the thing. There. Gosh, they fly so fast. Whew. This is July 13th, 2026. This is my second Spicebush Swallowtail butterfly that I'm going to release. This is a female because she has blue on her wings. And she's very flighty, so this is going to be quick. There she goes. She's very pretty. She's also very fast. Oh, she's going to go in that tree. She's definitely ready to fly.
Out of the 5 Spicebush Swallowtails I raised, I was only able to personally release 2 of them because I was out of town for the other 3. My family released 1 and I had set the other 2 chrysalises outside. However, yesterday, July 27th, this female was visiting my coneflowers. I checked my plants and found 6 more caterpillars. So now, round 2 begins. Hopefully, I will be able to witness one of these butterflies hatching from their chrysalises, and will be able to release most, if not all, of this next generation. My experiment was a resounding success.